Today's video is not sponsored.
Hello my bad bees, it's your girl Erin B and welcome back to my channel. So I've had a very busy few weeks and I'm sure you guys have already seen my previous yarn haul, but I can't help myself. Yes, I splurged on more yarn. So I got a new package, a new delivery from the famous Hobbii Yarns. And no, it's not the same package as the other Hobbii yarn that I had delivered a few weeks back. So, you know, I'm kind of splurging. Yarn addict here. Hi, hello. My name is Erin and I am addicted to buying yarn. Yes, I know I have a problem. So thank you guys so much for being understanding and not judging me during my yarnaholic shopping spree times. But I figured that since I just received this yarn today in the mail, that I would do an unboxing yarn haul for you guys here live on camera. So let's just go ahead and show you guys the new yarn that I picked out from Hobbii Yarns. And no, this video is not sponsored by Hobbii. I've just been on a Hobbii kick lately. But the whole reason why I actually purchased this yarn in the first place, I just realized that I haven't even announced this anywhere on my social media or on my YouTube channel. But I was just recently selected to be a test knitter for a very wonderful person. So I do plan on filming and recording my entire test knit process. And this is actually the first time that I've ever been selected to be a pattern tester for somebody, but I'm really excited to be a pattern tester for literally the first time ever in my life. I applied and I did not think I was going to be selected, but you know, your girl was picked, so you know, kudos to me. I'm excited. But I was really picky and selective when I was trying to choose my yarn on hobbii.com. So I'm really hoping that all of these colors go well together. So let's just go ahead and show you guys what I selected. So this might be a very plain yarn haul because believe it or not, all of these yarns that I picked out are in the exact same line of yarn. So not too much differences. I was just really excited to show you guys the colors, and I'm not going to tell you guys what pattern I'm going to be working on. I figured I would just kind of let you guys think about it and guess, and tell me your guesses down below what you think it is that I'm going to be pattern testing. So all of these yarns that I've purchased are in the Hobbii brand's Amigo line, and this has been a yarn that's been on my checklist for several months. I've been going back and forth on their website debating on purchasing it. So finally I have the opportunity to work up an entire pattern using the Amigo yarn. But what really caught my eye about the Amigo line is that it is my favorite 100% acrylic yarn. You guys know that 100% acrylic is always my standard go-to, and I'm definitely the most comfortable with using 100% acrylic yarn just because I've been using it for almost my entire 18 years of my crochet career. So this is what the bad boy looks like. It's super squishy, extremely soft, and it does have a little bit of fuzziness to it, so I'm hoping that this yarn doesn't pill or flake on me. And I'm sure you guys know by now that pilling with acrylic yarn is very common, so I have really high hopes for this. I've heard really good things about Hobbii's Amigo line, so keep your fingers crossed that this bad boy turns out really well for me. So this first shade that I picked out is in this beautiful off-white creamy color, and this is number 2. I really like just how plain and neutral this type of yarn is because I want the majority of the pattern to be this color. And then I went ahead and picked out some other more vibrant, luxurious colors. But this yarn is listed as a number 3 lightweight DK yarn, and that is exactly what the pattern calls for. So I really wanted to stick exactly to what she recommended. And this is the number 2. And they also recommend that you should be using a pair of 4mm knitting needles. And if you guys want to crochet with the Amigo yarn, they say to use a 4 to 5mm crochet hook. Oh, and in this one ball of yarn, you get 50 grams of yarn. So that roughly translates to 175 meters or 191 yards of yarn. So a pretty good value. Unfortunately for me, when I was purchasing this yarn online a few weeks ago, there weren't any coupon codes or deals. So I had to buy this yarn at full price, and I believe each ball was $4.40. So still not too bad for the amount of yardage that you get in one skein. Like I said, it's 191 yards. So I feel like that's about the same price I would purchase a ball of yarn at Michael's or Joann's. So I'm not too mad about it. But here is another color that I picked out. This is in shade number 4. So to go with this cream color, I wanted to pick out another neutral earth tone type of shade to go really well with this off-white cream color. And this, like I said, is in number 4. Don't mind me just peeking my head out behind the yarn like a goddamn fool. But of course, the same information goes for all of these balls of yarn. These are of course a number 3 lightweight DK yarn. So here is another shade again to go with these earth tone palettes that I'm going with. But this beautiful rustic color is in the shade number 4. Is that right? Oh no, this is in the shade number 40. So just to go ahead and compare these with these other 2 colors. So these are the 3 shades held up next to each other. And oh my gosh, I'm really happy with this color palette so far. I'm clearly on like an earth tone neutral kick, but of course I wanted to pick out a little bit more saturated, vibrant color. And I believe online this was called Rust. I could be wrong, but you know, browns, neutrals, creams, beautiful. So now let's go ahead and pull out the other last 2 shades that I picked out. So hopefully to add a little bit more spice and life and vibrancy to this pattern, I went ahead and picked out a beautiful buttercup yellow shade. I don't remember the name of this one online, but this is in the colorway number 36. So super bright. It's actually got a lot of like warmth to this yellow. It's not too pastel-y, and I thought this was gonna go really, really well with the rust color. So again, let's just hold up. Ooh, this is killer. I've never made anything on my channel in this type of colorway. So I'm trying new things in 2022, trying to branch out, not be afraid of using different types of color. You guys have seen in like some of my more recent videos, I've definitely been on more of like a rainbow colorful kick. So, you know, I thought for this next month, I would choose something that was a little bit more toned down, and hopefully the item that I make with all of these colors is a lot more wearable. I'm sure you guys can imagine, but I'm not always really in the mood to wear that really colorful rainbow sweater. So hopefully something a little bit more neutral is going to be like my go-to everyday type of item. And then last but not least, the last yarn that I picked out here is a little bit brighter than I expected. This definitely came as like a neon coral or like a neon hot pink. When I was browsing through all of the different color options online, this did look a lot deeper of a shade. So really quickly, I'm just pulling this yarn up on my phone just to get the information on it. And this is listed as neon coral. So I guess I should have known it was gonna come out this bright and vibrant. It definitely screams like hot neon flamingo pink, but hopefully with the other colors that I have here, it's still going to portray nicely and fit. So I think that's not too bad, right? This still looks really cute together. I have high hopes for this. I'm not giving up just yet. And you know what? With such neutral and plain colors, I feel like this really bright pop of color might actually make it stand out and complement it a little bit better. Ooh, I'm so excited. This is the palette. Definitely a different type of vibe here. I've never really worked with these kind of colors all together before. So stay tuned for the final product. I'm really hoping you guys are gonna like it. And like I said, I will be filming my entire process of test knitting for the first time and just how easily I'm able to read a pattern, translate it into a physical item. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit information about the Amigo Yarns online. And this Amigo yarn is listed as a 100% high bulk acrylic yarn, and I didn't really know what this stood for, so I had to read a little bit more about it. And the high bulk acrylic is a production technique that uses steam and pressure to make the fibers contract and curl just a little bit so that they can become more full. And the result is a light and soft yarn that is both comfortable to work with and to wear on the body. So something else I really liked about the Amigo yarn is that this yarn claims to have really great durability. And guess what, guys? They also say that it can be machine washed at 30 degrees Celsius, which of course is perfect for everyday use. So I'm going to get out of my comfort zone a little bit more, and once I have finished making the entire product, I will give it a go in the washer. I'm still a little bit hesitant about putting things in the dryer, but this is actually going to be the first time that I've ever put something in the washer, and I hope that with the high density, high bulk type of yarn that it's not going to pill on me, it won't flake or fall apart, and if anything, it might even become a little bit more soft. So this is the latest yarn haul that I get to show you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I just like to keep you guys updated with my new yarn purchases and just new yarns that I'm trying to test out for the first time. I'm sure by the time that this video goes live that I have already posted my previous video where I unboxed the other hobbii yarns. But currently at the moment, I have been spending the last few days testing out the other shades of their Amigo yarn. So I'm not going to show you guys the rest of the beautiful mohair. Yes, mohair yarn that I chose, but I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys another colorway that I'm using for a different project. This is a really beautiful deep red wine. And honestly guys, just look at the opaqueness. Look how deep and vibrant this red is. So if you guys want to know, this is also in the shade color number 41. So feel free to peruse Hobbie's website. Again, this video is not sponsored. And so far, I'm really pleased with how the Amigo yarn is working up in a crochet style. So this time I will get to knit with it, and hopefully it will be a little bit more dense and tight packed. And like I said, if the other hobbii yarn video has already gone up and live on my channel, I'll go ahead and link it here so you guys can see some other ways to work with the hobbii yarn. But that's pretty much going to wrap it up for today's latest yarn haul. I hope you guys liked the video. Stay tuned for more tutorials and videos coming soon. And if you guys have any other recommendations, feel free to leave me some lovely, kind comments down below, and I will be talking to you all very, very soon. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I love you guys. Take care. Bye.